Hello, my name is Shankar Datta. Today I am going to explain the problem and the solution of Chef and Work from Codechef August Cook-Off 2020 Division 2. The problem code is CHEFNWRK. Here the problem statement is Chef has n small boxes arranged in a line 1 to n, and for each valid I, the weight of the ith box is Wi. Chef wants to bring these boxes to his home, which is at position 0. He can hold any number of boxes at the same time, but there is some condition. The total weight of the boxes he is holding must not exceed k at any time, and he can only pick the ith box if all the boxes between Chef's home and the ith box have been either moved or picked up in this trip. So at last I have to find out how many trips he have to make, and if it is not possible to bring all the boxes to his home, then I have to find out that also. So here is some example. In the first example, there is n equal 3, so 3 boxes, and this is the weight of these boxes, and k is 6. So at first I have to ensure the weight of these boxes is not greater than k, because if this condition will be true, then it will be impossible for him to complete this work, because he cannot take more than k weight anytime. So the weight is 3 for the first box and k is 6. So this condition is not true here. Now he can take more than one box at a time if the total weight will not exceed k. So I am here doing that. The total, the sum, he can take these 3, but if this 4 is not greater than k, then he can took this also. So here it is not true, so he can add it, and if this sum is not greater than k, if this condition will not be true, then he can take these 2 boxes at the same trip. But here the sum is 7 and k is 6, so it is not possible because this condition is true. So here, just after taking this box, you have to make a trip. So the number of trip will be increase, 3 plus 1 will be increase, and the value of sum will initialize as this box, because in the second trip he have to start from this box. So actually 4, and he have to start from here. One more thing, if he took this box and this box at a time, then the total value will be 3 plus 2, 5, and 5 is not greater than 6. So this condition will not be true here, but as according to the question, he cannot take this box before this box, so he cannot do it. Okay, so here this sum is initialized as 4, and now the third box is 2, and this condition is again not true, so he can take this box. Now it is 6, so he don't need to make any more trip, and there is no box left, so he can take these 2 at the same time, and my output will be the number of trip. Here you can see you have to make 2 trips. In the first trip he just take this box, in the second trip you have to take these 2 box, but here trip is 1, because so if I initialize this trip as 1, so then this will be 1 plus 1, 2, then my answer will be correct. So now in the second example, here is 8 box. This is the weights of these boxes and K is 4. Again I have to check this weight is greater than K or not. No, this condition is not true here again. So he will check that can he take any more box with that. If sum is not greater than K, then he can take these 2, and here it is 3 and K is 4, so he can take these 2 box at the same time. Then he will check can he take one more box. Here it is 1, and this will not be true again, so he can take these 3 box at the same time. So now he will check can he take this box. Again this condition is not true, so he can check that, but now this is 8, so he have to stop just by taking these 3 boxes, and again he have to make a trip, and after coming back he will start from this box. So okay, I will count the trip, and trip is initially 1, so 1 plus 1. I have to initialize this trip as 1. Okay, and I will initialize again here the sum value from 4, because in the second trip you have to start from here. Now I will check this box. Again this condition is not true, so he can check it, but here this is again true, so we have to make another one trip just by taking this box, and in the third trip he will start from this box. Okay, but now the 6th box weight is 5, and here this condition is now became true, so he have to stop here, and he will say that he cannot complete this work. It is impossible for him. And if any one of the boxes will make this condition true, then it will be impossible for him to complete the work. And here I will print that it is impossible. Okay, now I am checking the input formation. In the first line there is a t integer as test case. In the second line of each test case there will be n and k as the number of boxes and k, and in the second line of each test case there will be n space separated integer w1 to wn, and the output formation is, if it is possible then I have to print the number of trip you have to make, otherwise if it is not possible then I have to print -1. In this case I will print -1. So you can check the constants, the t, n and k and wi. This is enough if I take an integer. Okay, now I am showing you the code. I am doing it. In between the main function I will take an integer as t for test case, and then I will take the value of the t here. Yes, okay, then now I am having the value of t from the user, then I will create a while loop to continue this test case. Okay, and in between test case first line will have n and k, so I am taking these 2 values as the number of boxes and the k. Okay, now in the second line of each test case we will have the weight of the boxes, so I am taking an integer array w with n range. I already have the value of n from here, so I I mentioned here the range n, and this array will have the weights of the boxes. So I am creating a for loop to take the weight of the boxes I 0 to n less than n. Here I will take the weight from user. Okay, I am having it, and I have to mention this I as integer, and again I will take another integer j. Okay, for the now I am doing this pseudocode I have show here to have the answer. Hey, j is equal to j less than n, and j plus it will increase if the weight of any box will be greater than k, then it will be impossible for him to complete the work. So here it will print -1. I will print the value of count as my answer. So initially I make it 1, but if it is impossible, it will become -1. And here it will break the loop, because once a box is impossible to carry, then it will be impossible for the chef to complete the work. Okay, now if this condition will not be true, then I will take here sum is equal to sum plus wj. I will check how many box the boxes weight, total weight, and I have to make it integer and initialize at 0. Now if the sum is not greater than k, then he can take this all, but if it where it will become this condition true, then he have to make a trip at that point. Sorry, it will be count. Okay, the count will increase in that position, and the sum will be initialized again with the last value. So from here I will have the value of count, how many trips you have to make, or if it is not possible, then it will print -1. Now I am print if the value of the number of trip count. Okay, now I am checking the output. There is no compression error. Okay, now I am check this example. Here it is 4. The test case number of test case is 4, and first test case will have 1 box, and k is also 1, and weight is 2. So it is impossible, because here k is 1 and the weight is 2, so he cannot do this. It will print -1. In the second test case, there will be 2 box and 4, k is 4 and the weight of box is 1, so you have to make just 1 trip. You can see that. In the third test case, this will be 3 and 6, 3 box, so 3, 4, 2 the weight. You have to make 2 trips. You can see it is also correct. Again, for the fourth test case, is 3 and 6, 3 box, 3, 4, 3, and this is 3. You have to make 3 trips here. You can see the explanation also here. And now I am showing you my solution in the Codechef. This is correct. And by mistake I have taken here this mat.h header file, but it is not needed. Okay, thank you for watching my video.